The most recent view on Bitcoin, there will be new all-time highs here, and then the crash we've been talking about will happen again. Most skilled experts tend to agree with me that the number is between 48 and 52,000. We are going to talk about the problem of having the right answer. People who use TikTok are between the ages of 20 and 50. Keith will be talking to us soon about XRP and what we are thinking about. That's what I think the range is right now. 20 to 50 days before XRP does something very important. I have to say, move, because when we break through, we need to stay above 75 cents. Don't wait any longer. Let's start with this as Bitcoin. $7,495 over the course of the previous day. XRP is going down and has a main lane of 61 cents. Ethereum is getting close to $35.50, is a 76% increase. The US dollar and the US dollar index are now back to where they were before the price drop. 25% as we watch this coin pass Cardano and gain a spot in the top 10. Where does ATA end? For a while, it won't be clear that I own it. Let us quickly go over the $2,648 billion cryptocurrency market right now. I got a message from these Vozero 12 guys last night. Keith said, it looks like we'll be getting close to that 1 cent mark, which is my limit for buying. Complete transparency is something I'm willing to buy since I've already put money on the market. VO will get $4,000 for a penny. Since it was first seen about 2 weeks ago, I've been telling other people to take advantage of this. No, I didn't get to go because I had trouble getting my money cleared. It's a long story, but that's where we are now. There may be one more chance for us to buy. The price hit a high point of $1.76, you can see. Will it go back to $176? This thing might be able to grow 20 to 50 times, but I don't think so. If you want financial help, I'm not telling you to do what I'm doing, even though it's very, very possible. I truly believe that we will not see $1 on it. But if we do a 20x when we're at a penny, that's 20 cents or 50 cents. I'm always honest about everything I do. I'm very clear about it. If you remember the first versions of these, things were going along quickly. What a crazy thing to happen. I believe there are only 3 or 4 left for they are gone if you don't want them to be. You have found additions that are too rich for you. You need to get the Wild West tiers. On top of the XRP system, we built an SL mutation lab for breeding. What should you do? 3 of these free potions, 5 of these free potions, and the simple NFT are here. What recipe do you want to use? This question comes up all the time. You make your own NFT in the lab. You pick out all the features you want, and the NFT is built right in front of you. After that, you can put it in your pocket. In the Crypto News Report, an item is posted that talks about whether Bitcoin prices would go down or up. Since we've already talked about this story, let's remember that the block price for mining new Bitcoins is cut in half about every 4 years. This is called Bitcoin halving. This process was made by the person who made Bitcoin. I'm sorry, Joe Katz, I meant Satoshi. What role Nakamoto played in the Bitcoin markets? The market has changed a lot in the past, and events have led Bitcoin prices to rise sharply. This is because the market is getting less money, which makes more people want to buy it, or Eco 101, as we used to call it in college. Prices have gone up because of supply and demand. It's really that simple. As you can see, the housing market only has a certain number of homes accessible. Why does that happen? Prices are moving up and down like normal stock markets do on the roof. It says that things are not likely to have a big effect on the regular stock market. But they can change the Bitcoin market in a big way. Stock markets are much bigger and more complicated than crypto markets. Also, buyers have been looking forward to the well-known Haven event for months. Because of this, the price is starting to go up. People think that the current events are good, but there is a chance that they will send the coin market down. This is because it's possible that the Heaven event will make it less profitable to mine new Bitcoin. Because of this, some miners may decide to sell their Bitcoins, which could make the price go down. As a result, this trustworthy crypto story says that he thinks the next big step will be tough, but after that, you'll only get to enjoy things like that you haven't had in over 3 years. He says he's ready to go. He just needs to figure out when to carry out his plan. What does he mean by new high? After Bitcoin, there will be a drop back to those 50. So let's go back over our steps. But I think that 485 is the bottom and will become the new base in the long run. Let's see, both $70,000 and $80,000 in Bitcoin would have to go back down. Please give us a drop of about $30,000. Or, let's say we're looking at almost everything you know. You already know what will happen after a 30 to 35% change. People will kick and scream. It will take it back, people. This and the story have already been talked about. Pay attention. Keith is having a crying fit about the DXRP and the subject we're looking into. We're not going to play it for 8 minutes straight. He thinks we'll be here in 20 to 50 days at the end of May. What did I say? For those of you who are looking at the screen, I'll make this bigger. That is the wrong button. We were between 30 and 60 years old before. It could end in June, so we're taking a look at it. It could begin in May, which is 20 days from now. That's about 50 to 50 days away. Keith is going to tell you everything you need to know. This is where the buy zone is, and we want this XRP. Look at the daily picture right now. The trend line keeps failing, and it doesn't matter how I draw it or where I line up the top and bottom wicks. The trend line keeps failing. It's not important that this, that, or that. We are still going with the flow, and the good news is that we are riding a wave of support. This means that even though you're going with the flow, you're actually backing what is equal all the way through. To make sure it doesn't just blow through, there is a lot of support and lights in case it tries to drop. It looks like this level will hold up for now. It doesn't want to give up and fail. That helps us more than it hurts us. This item has been very technical up to now, which makes it a good risk to reward deal. She's lined out almost to the week of what we thought it would do, and I've dragged out some price swings. Even though it might not be perfect, I've kind of laid out how I think things will go, and they've been going that way for the last week. We're getting short, tiny up moves, but you're all going to try to blame today's move up for everything. They said everything went well because SafeCoin was about to be released. Not only XRP went up, but everything did. As expected, everything went up. You saw that Bitcoin became more popular and that it broke and raised everything, right? You can see the moving averages we set up here. We are over 100 years old, but we are also under 50, under 8, and 21. Okay, that's it. After that, that's what we're thinking about. This is the way things are going, and it will keep going that way as long as XRP is the original currency on the XRP ledger. This piece talks about how the XRP ledger was made so that any asset listed on the DEX could be traded and transaction times could be slowed down for settlement around the world. The Digital Pound Foundation put out a report talking about Ripple's new stablecoin. The coin will be made on the Ethereum blockchain and the XRP ledger, and it will be tied to the US dollar 1-1. What does this mean to me? I find it interesting that the record has built-in support for connecting to the Ethereum side of things. The extra automated market matri is the answer once we have this. It is now live and done. Saved should put down. It is akit and still going. Off this great buy top put out this. Also, there are already 10,381 ED pools on the escrow mainnet divot that are bigger than 202. This is wonderful. Buy top is one of the best. NFTS trading volume automatic marker makers is where I go for everything I need. The Z network is even on the list. Everyone, AMA is going to be huge, especially now that we're seeing these DEX and the SafeCoin grow. It won't happen right away though. Wait a little while. Allow it to grow.